Welcome back, everyone. Let's get on over to the New York Stock Exchange and take a look at the world's biggest cryptocurrency. Trading volume slumping to a 4-year low. Who better to explain why this is happening than Yahoo Finance's Professor-in-Chief, Jared Blikre. Hey, Jared.
New one. I appreciate that, Brad. I was just looking at the news flow around Bitcoin, and I think this describes and kind of illustrates why we have this lull in the action. I see a lot of stories about creditors in recoveries. Sam Bankman-Fried's proposed expert witness. I see the SEC issuing its first enforcement action targeting NFTs, and a crypto president. Top U.S. 2024 contenders are not fans, and rivals are way behind. That's just not going to get me interested in crypto right now. Let's take a look at the charts and kind of take a look at what's happening. You can see that most of the days, we'll see like 4 or 5 really low volatility days. That's these really small candles. Then we'll see a green one and a red one kind of pick up, usually going in the wrong direction. And then you have these big outsized moves to the downside. And to be fair, we've seen those moves to the upside too. We saw those earlier in June when it looked like we are on our way to clear 30,000 in a meaningful way for the first time, but it's just kind of more of the same. And you got to ask yourself, what's going to get investors interested in the crypto space? You take a look at what's happening in stocks overall. August, we've seen stocks slump. We've seen meme stocks. We've seen the fringier stocks give back a lot of their gains that they made in the prior months. And so the overall environment for something like crypto right now, with the decimation, obliteration that it's seen over the last year and a half, I just don't think we can expect that. It's going to take a little bit more time for the crypto spring, perhaps, to get its footing. And in that regard, we have a halving next year. That's a critical time when the amount of Bitcoin payments, rewards for people who mine Bitcoin, those actually are halved, and that causes more demand, creates less supply, and so that's a natural bullish statement, but that's next year. In the meantime, we still had incredible institutional involvement and investments in Bitcoin. I don't think that was for nothing. I think Wall Street is just gearing up for the next wave of interest. We just haven't seen that yet. So I think more of the same here, probably more of these low volatility days than not, until we get a major change in either interest rate policy, which really creates an upswing for all risky and fringy assets, or we get that happening next year. So it's going to be a little bit of time, I think.
It's true. Everyone always waiting for that breakout event. Hasn't quite happened yet, especially for some of the estimations that analysts have put out there on the more bullish side. Always great to get your take. Our very own Jared Blikre there for us.